Hi guys, and welcome back to math. Today we're going to continue working on number line. So our I can statement, I can add using a number line. So that's what we're going to keep working on today. Get your math notebook out. Draw your 2 lines in there to create your 4 boxes so we can do our concept board. In box number 1, there were 5 kids standing in a line. This should sound familiar. Some more kids join the line. So there's 5 kids. Then some more kids come. Now there are 12 kids in the line. How many kids join the line? That's in box number 1. Box number 2. Draw a shape with 6 sides and 6 vertices. I will give you extra points if you are able to tell me what shape that is. Try and write out the name of that shape. 6 sides and 6 vertices. Box number 3. Solve these equations, these number sentences. 6 plus 1 equals, 6 plus 2 equals, 6 plus 3 equals, and 6 plus 4 equals. Write the answers, write the number sentence and the answers for all of those number sentences. Last, measure a pencil and a crayon. So you need to use that 10-unit ruler to measure a pencil and a crayon. Which one is longer? How much longer is it? Answer all 3 questions in box number 4. Get started. Pause the video and answer all the questions in your concept board notebook. All right, number 1, there were 5 kids standing in a line, so I drew my 5 kids in blue to help me know that those were my original 5 kids. Then I don't know how many kids joined the line. But I do know that after everybody was in line, there were 12 kids. So I added units of 1 onto my bar model until I got to the number 12 because I knew that's where I needed to stop. So then I was able to go back and count how many units I've added, which was 7. So I knew that the 5 original kids plus the 7 kids that joined is 12. So 7 kids join the line. Good job. This is my shape. My shape, it has 6 sides and 6 vertices. It has 6 straight lines and 6 corners that come together. This shape is called a hexagon. Good job. Then I made sure in box number 3 to answer all of my questions for my number sentences. So 6 plus 1 equaled 7. 6 plus 2 equaled 8. 6 plus 3 equaled 9. And 6 plus 4 equals 10. Good job. Last, I used my 10-unit ruler here to measure my pencil, which was 7 units, and my crayon, which was 3 units. So my pencil was longer, but how much longer was it than my crayon? I know that 7 is 4 units bigger than 3, so my pencil was 4 units longer than my crayon. Good job, guys. Send a picture and seesaw to your teacher. All right, guys, now we're going to continue to practice using that number line to add. So we are going to solve 4 plus 5 equals blank. We don't know what it is yet because we haven't solved it. So to start our number line, we need to make sure that we have a very straight line with arrows at the end. So I have my straight line. I did my best that I could to make it straight with some arrows at the end. Now, in a bar model, we have to start at 0. Do we have to start at 0 with a number line? No, we can just save ourselves some time and start with that first number as long as we are adding and making sure that we know what our problem is asking us to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start at 4. So I'm going to start at 4. Now, that's my beginning. I need to add 5 to it, but I don't feel confident about just knowing what that is in my head. So I'm going to decompose. I'm going to break that number into units of 1 and jump by units of 1. Are you ready? So I'm going to jump by 1. So here's my arrow. I have jumped by plus 1. I have jumped by 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. Good job. It is 5. I am now at 5. Hey, there's a 5 in my problem. Should I stop here? No, I have not added on 5 units of 1 yet. I have only added 1 unit of 1. So that's not the same as 5, so I need to keep going. Another unit of 1, making sure to iterate it the same size as my other unit. Plus 1, where it is 5 plus 1. 6, good job. Now, how many units of 1 have I gone? 1, 2. I've only gone 2 units of 1. How many do I need to go? 5. I better keep going because 2 is not the same as 5. I will do another jump of a unit of 1 plus 1. 6 plus 1 is 7. Good job. It is 7. So, how many units of 1 have I jumped? 1, 2, 3. I've only jumped 3. How many do I need to jump? 5. I need to jump 5. So I better keep going. I'm not there yet. Okay, this is a jump of 1. A jump of a unit of 1. 7. And 1 more is 8. Good job. If I don't know that, if I don't know what 7 and 1 more is, I could always come back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the number that would have came next. Good job. Now, how many jumps have I gone? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've only gone 4 jumps. Is that the same as 5? No. I need to add 5 jumps. So, I will do another one. Plus 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. Good job. It is 9. Now, how many jumps have I gone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've gone 5 jumps. Is that how many I needed to do? Yes. So now if I look at this part of my number line, the end of my number line, after my 5th jump, I should be able to find my answer. What was my answer? 9. So I know 4 plus 5 is 9. Because when I did 5 jumps of 1, I got 9 at the end of my number line. Now, maybe you don't want to do jumps of 1. Maybe that feels really slow, and sometimes it is, especially if we do bigger numbers. But if you know, maybe you are really good at counting by 2s. So you know, hey, 4's in there. I know that when I count by 2s, my next number is 6. So maybe you want to do a jump of 2 all the way to 6. Notice that my jump is twice as big. It is double as big as my 1. But I need to know that from 4 plus 2 is 6. I have to know that. I also have to know that just because 5 isn't written on my number line, it's still there. I could still write 5 here, but I'm just jumping over it because I'm making a larger jump. Jumping by 1s is okay, and if you know that 4 plus 2 is 6, then you can make bigger jumps. And so since I'm so good at counting by 2s, I also know that 6 plus 2 is 8. Now, I do have to be careful here because I could just keep going by 2s, but that's not what I need. I need to make sure I'm adding 5 more to 4. So if I decompose 5 into 2, what's that other piece I need? So I have 2. How many more do I need to add? 1 more. So I would still have to make a jump of 1, making sure that it is much smaller than my jumps of 2, so that I can still have 5 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I've added onto 4. So I can make the bigger jumps, but I have to make sure that I'm still jumping the correct amount, which is 5. So, good job, guys. Now we're going to do the same thing with slightly bigger numbers. So, I'm going to draw my number line, making sure that I do as straight a line as I can so that it's nice and straight with 2 arrows pointing out on the ends. So, what number would I start with? I don't have to start at 0, I can, but I would start at 8 because it's my first number and I am adding on, so I know that I can start with 8. So, how much do I need to add? 4. So, you can either do 4 jumps of 1, or you can do bigger numbers if you want to. Maybe you know that 4, if I decompose it, can be broken into 2 and 2, and you're really good at jumping at 2s, and so you could do that. I am going to jump by 1s just to help us see it a little bit easier. So, how many jumps do I need to do? 4. So, we're going to jump by 1. Here, I'm even going to use a different color to make it a little easier. We're going to add 1 plus 1, 8, and 1 more is 9. It is 9. So we're going to keep going. How many jumps have I done? 1. That's not the same as 4, so I have to keep going. I'm going to do another jump of 1 plus 1, 8, and 2 more is 10. And if you don't know that, you can always think 9 plus 1 is 10, but still know that it's 8 and 2 more jumps is going to be 10. Is 2 jumps the same as what we need? No, we need to have 4 jumps, so we better keep going. Let's do another jump of 1. Remember, we're trying to make sure our jumps are the same size. Plus 1, 8, and 3 more is 11. If I don't know that, I can always count 8, 9, 10, 11, because sometimes that helps me remember. How many jumps have we gone? 1, 2, 3. 3 is not the same as 4, so I better keep going. So, we're going to do another jump of 1, because that is what we decided to do. Keeping our jumps the same size. 8 and 4 more is 12. Good job. You could also ask yourself, 11 plus 1 is 12. So, how many jumps have we gone? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps. So, is that the number we needed? It is. So, if we look at the end of this jump, we should have our answer, which is 12. Our answer is 12. So, then we want to make sure we double check our work. We start at 8. That's where our problem starts. And since this is an addition problem, that works. I could start at 0 if I want to, but I would have to make 8 jumps before I could even start my problem. So this helps us be a little bit quicker, a little more efficient. Then I made sure to add 4. Let's count those jumps one more time to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps. That's exactly what we needed. We added 4. So at the end of our number line where we stopped, it is going to be our answer, and that says 12. Now you can always go back and make sure you didn't skip a number by double checking your counting. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I feel confident that we did this problem correctly. Awesome job, guys. Get out your investigations math book. You are going to solve the problems on page 19 and 20. So there's 2 problems for you to solve on one page. Make sure that you read the problems very carefully and that you are solving them correctly. So be very, very careful about that. Good job, guys. Have a great day. Make sure to submit your picture into Seesaw.